Welcome to Iosc powered by Steyr, Kapapi and Myton. This is the second detail of the qualification featuring 4 top women shooters of the world, including 3 Olympic-bound shooters, Silvia Steiner of Austria, Alexis Lagin of USA, Elmira Karapetian of Armenia. Giving the trio tough competition will be Ukraine's Yulia Korostylova, fresh from a bronze medal winning performance at the recently concluded ISSF World Cup at Osijek, Croatia. So stay tuned and enjoy this world-class match. But before that, we will take a short commercial break. Please don't go away. We'll be back soon with all the action.
Myton ESTA 5 – Intelligent software for shooters. ESTA 5 makes it easy and comfortable. With a PC, notebook, tablet or smartphone, the results are displayed directly in the browser. You can choose the display device and therefore also the display size and the type of operation of your Blackmagic measuring frame yourself. The comfortable operation is possible via touchscreen or Bluetooth control panel. Simply determine the light brightness, light color and the target image from the firing point. The shooting on the other stands is no longer disturbed. On the dynamic display in the browser we use the latest web technologies. All important information such as the competition time or series results are displayed clearly on screen. Sport shooters can also display the hit center, the hit circle or detailed hit statistics. New innovative presentation of results now on mobile devices. Cost-effective, flexible, simple. ESTA 5 can be fully integrated to existing Myton Shootmaster systems. Myton, your partner for the shooting sport.
Athletes to the line. Athletes to the line. Athletes to the line.
Your 15 minutes preparation and sighting time starts now.
That's command of the 15 minutes preparation and sighted time. And while the shooters begin with their sighters, we'll take this opportunity to welcome Margit Melmer, the sport manager of the Austrian Shooting Sport Federation, also a part of the ISSF coaches committee. She is also going to oversee this competition. Welcome, Margit.
Hi, welcome, Shimon. Welcome to everyone at home who is watching us. Shimon, thanks a lot for this competition that you have organized now, a competition for pistol shooters again. I think it's a great deal that you found the time and that you found all the shooters there taking part. And we know we have four shooters in this qualification round now. They will going to the games to Tokyo, and now in the picture we see Julia from the Ukraine. Last week she was in Osijek in Croatia. She was in the final and take there the bronze medal. So great team. Thank you, Shimon, for your work that you have done to prepare this competition, and good luck for all of us today for our qualification round. Thank you, Shimon.
Margit, and I'm sure you must be there in the final hall when Julia won the bronze last week in the women's 10-meter air pistol. It was a very thrilling final. So how do you analyze Julia's performance in the finals? Margit, your own shooter, Sylvia, who's also shooting right now in this detail, was also in the final along with Julia, but it was Julia who eventually managed a podium finish. Margit, how do you analyze that finals in the World Cup?
At first, our shooter, Silvia Steiner, she was very, very strong. She was, after the first round, she was in place number 2. After the second round, she was also on the top. But then with the single shots, she came back and Julia becomes better and better. And on the end, yes, we saw the final from Julia. She made the bronze medal there. And it was a great final. It was really a great final. But it was also a hard final. It was for us, for spectators, it was great. But for the shooters, my full respect, because in this tent, I don't know except, but it was between 40 and 50 degrees. It was so hot in this final hole in Osijek on the World Cup was in a tent. And in this tent, it was very hot outside, between 36 and 38 degrees in these days. And then we have also the lights from the cameras. We have the lights from the television. We have the great view, and it was hot too. And when we saw the pictures, there was a camera there. They were so sweating, all the shooters. My big respect and compliment for the scores that they have done there. Really great respect.
And Julia was bang on target in the women's 10-meter air pistol at the recently concluded ISSF World Cup. A very strong shooter from Ukraine. Julia is 37 years old, started competing in 1996, highly experienced shooter. She's ranked 107 in the world. She's won 2 gold medals, competed at the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004, when the format of women's pistol shooting was 40 shots. Now it is, of course, 60. So she's been there for a very long time, seen the transition in the rules of from 40 shots to 60 shots. She's also competed at the World Championships at Zagreb in 2006, competed at the World Championships at Lahti in 2002. A very experienced shooter. Look at that number of participation at the World Cup. 10 World Cups. and 12 World Cups in the 25-meter pistol event. Margaret, very, very strong resume for this shooter from Ukraine.
Yes, and you see how many years she's practicing and how many years she is on a very high level, really high level. All the time she was taking part in competitions, and then the nation, the federation, sent her to, how you say, 10 World Cups. Yes,
Yes, and
unbelievable.
Margaret, you can see the gold medal winning performance at the European Championships at Sochi this year, a few days back before the World Cup. So she'd won the
Yeah,
gold in the pistol team event along with the 25-meter rapid fire mixed team gold at the
yeah.
same competition. A very strong and highly experienced shooters from Ukraine.
Yes, a rapid fire mixed team is a total new event. They make the rules this year, and at the moment there are not a lot of shooters and not a lot of. Must always find a man and a woman. Normally, rapid fire pistol is not because it's shot in 4 seconds. It's not a woman discipline. So really great job that Julia have done there, because
Yes,
it's new
Margaret,
for
and
the
now
men.
Alexis, an Olympic-bound shooter. Alexis Lagan of USA. She's ranked number 18, competing in the Iosc competition for the very first time. Margaret, Alexis
Mhm.
Lagan will be one of the shooters to watch out for. She's an Olympic-bound athlete, will be seen in action at Tokyo Olympics, probably her last competition before Olympics, Margaret.
Yes, it could be. It could be because a short break before the games is always very nice. So we'll see what she's doing now in the sighters.
And
Okay,
Alexis,
here.
28 years old. Margaret, if you can analyze her resume, she's ranked number 18.
Yes, ranked number 18 in the world rank list. And when we see here World Championship, place number 16 in the 2018 World Championship, and 33 in the 25-meter pistol. So, but let me it was in mixed, okay. World Cup Fort Benning, place number 4, look, 2018.
Yes, and Margaret, there on the right hand side in the 25-meter pistol, she
Yeah.
finished sixth in the Delhi World Cup in this year,
Ah,
in
a
March.
few, yeah, March, yeah.
That's a very good performance by the American shooter. A sixth
Mm-hmm.
place finish at the Delhi World Cup, very recently held, and
And
also
here,
an eighth place in the air
yeah,
pistol mixed team at the same World Cup.
yeah.
She's a gold medalist at the Continental American Championships in 2018. Again, a very experienced shooter, competed at 5 World Cups, and now will be seen in action at Tokyo Olympics. And let's see how she's shooting in the sighters.
Her last shot was a 9.9. You know, we have this line to Megalink to watch it, that we can see it very short. Last shot, 9.9. And she started with a 9.4 and then 2 times 10.3. And her best shot now in this sighting time of the last 10 shots was a 10.4. But we are still in the sighting shot, so it doesn't matter what's happened now. In a few minutes, this score is important for us.
A 10.0. So overall, she looks in good form, Margaret. So still in the sighters, obviously not counted in the match,
Yeah.
but it shows that she's in great form.
In this relay, it looks like all shooters are on the big shooting range for the competition, for the qualification. Also, Silvia, she's in one of our training center in the middle of Austria in Salzburg. A lot of people know Salzburg from the film Sound of Music, and she's in a training center very close to Salzburg.
And Margaret, now your favorite shooter, Sylvia Steiner of Austria, the Olympic-bound shooter. Sylvia had finished on the second place in the last edition of the Iosc for the pistol shooters held in December in last year. Margaret, what do you think? How will Sylvia shoot today? She was in great form. She's been in great form lately. Was a finalist in the ISSF World Cup, which concluded recently. At one point, Margaret, Sylvia looked like she'll end up on the podium. In fact, she was leading after the first 5 shots, but then eventually started slipping down and was eliminated, taking the 6th place. But a very strong performance by Sylvia at the World Cup, and we are very sure of an equally strong performance today. Margaret?
I think you're right, Shimon. You will see the qualification score today will be great because she's in a great performance. She really prepared herself on a good way. The home coach is her father, and she's the most of the time she's with him. So they train a lot together, and they had a good yearly planning. Let me say like this. We know that Tokyo changed for 1 year. Pre-post, so changed, yes, 1 year, and she had to found the motivation again, and it was not easy to found, I think, for all shooters to found the motivation again after wait 1 year. But by Sylvia, you can see this great. She was using this year great. It was let me say it playing in her hands. It was good for her this year more to prepare herself.
Yeah, Sylvia Steiner, 39 years old, with a current world ranking of 42. She's won 1 gold, 1 silver in the ISSF competitions. At the World Championships at Granada, she'd finished 23rd with a score of 578. At the Changwon World Championship, taken the 39th place with a score of 577. In the 10-meter air pistol, 40 shots, she'd won a gold in the World Cup. The ISSF World Cup held at Gabala in 2017. That was probably the best performance by Sylvia in the World Cup, winning the gold and surprising a lot of top shooters in the finals, including the Olympic silver medalist from Russia. Margaret, were you there during that World Cup winning gold performance?
In which year, Shimon?
This was, she'd won the gold in 2017.
So yes, I was with her in Gabala. Yes, sorry. Yes, I was there. All the World Cups that you have seen here, I traveled with the team. I was there with her. Yeah.
And Margaret, while we talk, we are towards the end of the 15 minutes preparation and sighter time.
Match firing. Start. Match firing. Start. Match firing. Match firing. Start. Match firing. Start. Match firing. Start.
That's it. Here we go. The match begins now. Yes, Margaret, you were telling me about Sylvia, and we were just going through her resume. Let me
Yes,
just
I remember
pull that
very
up.
well this World Cup in Gavela. It was a great week for Sylvia this time, because she was not only in the 10-meter final. 2 days later or 3 days later, she go to the 25-meter pistol final again. So if we see here her scores, you will see that she was in 2 finals in 1 week, in 10-meter and in 25-meter pistol.
And she had, that was a very strong field in the World Cup when she'd won the gold, and she had prevailed over the Olympic silver medalist of Rio 2016, Russia's Vitalina. And that was an amazing feat to do, to win the gold, beating the best in the business. And now she herself is a medal prospect going into the Tokyo Olympics. A very experienced shooter. Look at
And
that
if
participation. She has competed at 18 ISSF World Cups. That's a
yes,
very big number. She has the experience behind her, and
and look here,
fresh.
in the year 2002, she was a silver medalist in the junior European Championships. If you're going, can you go down a little bit? So come down, stop. Look here, silver medalist in the European Championships 2002. So
Yes,
with
Margaret.
at this time 381 points. This was unbelievable score this time.
And she's been in great form. Her qualification score, she shot the second best qualification score in the ISSF World Cup. Margaret, I think it was a
Yeah.
580 for Sylvia in the World Cup.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was great score for her. And it was also a new record. No, sorry, no. This was not the record, sorry. 590, the 25-meter pistol before on the European Championships. She shot a new Austrian record. Yes, that's right.
And Margaret, look at
Oh,
that large shooting contingent from Indonesia.
Indonesia. Perfect.
Some of them part of the Indonesian national squad, capable of registering some very high scores. Yulia, the ISSF World Cup bronze medalist. She's been a part of the Iosc competitions earlier. That's a 9 on the last attempt by Yulia. Still a long way to go. These are just the initial shots. Alexis Lagan of USA. Starts with a 10.4, a 10.5, and a 10.0, now a 9.9. Margaret, a good start for the American shooter.
Yes, a really great start. 2 times a 10 and the 9.9, very, very close. But it's nice shots.
Yes, Margaret, and 10.0 is still an advantage, at least for the pistol shooters, Margaret. So the scores in the qualification, not like in rifle, I mean, it's still a full ring score for pistol shooters. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always an advantage to get that 10.0.
Yes, yes, it is.
So
And
basically,
but also to have nice 10-point shots, because the inner tens are also very important. If we have the same score, we
yes,
need the result for the ranking. We need the result for the inner tens.
yes, Margaret. But
And the
she
half,
has
yeah.
just lost 1 point in the first four shots. Started with a 10.4, a 10.5, and a 10.0, now a 9.9 for the American shooter, Alexis Lagan, who will be next seen in action at the Tokyo Olympics.
And also a lot of red color we can see on the screen from Sylvia. Okay, this was now a yellow. Yellow, it means in the Maiton target sets is a 9. So also a good shot. We remember in pistol shooting, a 9 is a good shot, and red is perfect shot. And I see 3 times perfect shots by Sylvia, and now a yellow. In the back, we can see her father now. He's walking. He's walking out there. It's the father of Sylvia.
And you can see Sylvia Steiner shooting with her favorite Steyr air pistol, a great combination of a world class pistol and a world class shooter. Sylvia Steiner, the Olympic bound shooter of Austria, did extremely well at the recently concluded ISSA World Cup, where she finished sixth.
Yes, with a qualification score of 580, the second best qualification score. Only one woman was better than her, and she was number 2 with 25 inner tens. So really a great competition. And now again, a red shot. That means a 10 from Sylvia.
And Margaret, a lot of German speaking nations watching this live on the Facebook and YouTube of Indian shooting. If you could explain the field to them and how how's the progress of some of these top shooters. Indonesia. All part of the national camp. Another shooter from USA, Timothy
Schmelzer. I will help you, Shimon. Schmelzer. That's a German name or Austrian name.
Yes, Margaret, and talking about German names and Austrian names, if you could also explain to the viewers, a lot of German speaking nations watching this live on the Facebook page and YouTube channel of Indian Shooting. Margaret.
Okay, I explain. Thank you, Shimon. Ja, herzlich willkommen an alle Zuschauer jetzt beim zweiten Durchgang des Online-Bewerbes für Luftpistolen, Schützen und Schützinnen. Wir haben vor einer Viertelstunde begonnen mit dem Bewerb. Das heißt, 1 Stunde, 3 Minuten sind noch Restlaufzeit. Wir haben hier Top-Schützinnen und Schützen am Start. Hier sehen wir Alexis Leyen aus den USA. Sie wird an den Olympischen Spielen in Tokio in 3 Wochen teilnehmen. Und hier Silvia Steiner aus Österreich, unsere Salzburger Athletin. Auch sie wird mit der Luftpistole und der 25-Meter-Pistole an den Olympischen Spielen in Tokio in 3 Wochen am Start gehen. Zum Zuschauen am 26. ist der Bewerb. So, dann schauen wir hier. Hier ist die nächste Olympiateilnehmerin aus der Ukraine, die Julia Korostilova. Sie hat beim Weltcup in Iosc letzte Woche die Bronzemedaille erreicht. Auch Silvia war in diesem Finale. Silvia hat hier den 6. Platz gemacht und unsere Silvia Steiner war mit 580 Ringen auf dem 2. Platz im Grunddurchgang. Auch hier ist es so, die besten 8 Schützinnen aus dem 1. und aus dem 2. Durchgang der Qualifikation gehen morgen im Finale an den Start. Ich bin mir sicher, die Julia, die Silvia, auch die Alex, die wir vorhin gesehen haben, auch sie wird morgen dabei sein im Finale. Und wir haben natürlich noch eine gute Schützin, haben wir hier noch, die Elvira aus Armenien. Auch die sollte bei uns sein. Auch sie wird, hier haben wir das Armenien-Team und hier haben wir auch die Elvira. Auch sie wird bei den Olympischen Spielen am Start sein. Jawohl, Armenien ist auch mit einem großen Team hier am Start, 4 Leute. Bei Indonesien haben wir vorhin gesehen, da waren 10 Leute am Stand. Im Durchgang vorher hatten wir einen jungen Mann aus Indonesien am Start. Jetzt kommt von Armenien, von der Schützin, sehen wir hier die Ergebnisse eingeblendet. Shimon, please come back.
Yes, thank you, Margaret. And we have Elmira Karaptian from Armenia, another Olympic-bound shooter who will be representing her country at the Tokyo Olympics days from now. Her current world rank is 107. She's 27 years old. She has competed at 2 World Cups and 3 European Championships. The most recent being the European Championship at Iosc, where Elmira finished 5th and made it to the Olympics. So let's see if she can be in the finals today.
So Elmira, she's the lady in front of us with the red t-shirt.
Yes, Margaret, shooting with 3 other shooters of Armenia. Elmira also shooting with a Steyr pistol. A lot of shooters using the Steyr pistols. Margaret Steyr had a fantastic performance at the recent ISSF World Cup, winning both the individual gold medals in men and women. In fact, they also won the individual silver in the women. Karina Wimmer of Germany taking that silver medal. Fantastic performance. Margaret, how do you rate the performance of Steyr shooters at the World Cup in Croatia?
How you told us before, a lot of very, very well-known shooters really shot a high performance, very good performance with the Steyr air pistol. And I think really the most of the important and very good shooters are shooting a Steyr pistol. Steyr is now well known for a lot of years. They are a company with many years of experience and always a good service, really. When I remember on the World Cup, if something is wrong, or maybe not if it's wrong, because I never saw that something happens, but the most shooters to be sure that everything is okay and to feel relaxed, go before the competition and ask, please, can you make a small check-up? And they do it in a few minutes. So really a perfect service what they are doing for the shooters. Yeah.
Yes, Margaret, and Steyr shooters were clearly on a roll at the recently concluded World Cup in Osijek. The list makes for a very impressive reading, with the gold going to Antonita of in the using a Steyr Evo 10 electronic, winning the women's individual gold. The shooter from Bulgaria, and she was followed by Germany's Karina Wimmer, who claimed the silver. And it's just not in the individual; they were bang on target in the women's 10-meter air pistol team also. The team, all users of Steyr, claimed the gold.
Yeah,
And the team event, and they were equally strong, Margaret, in the men's section with Javed Farugi of Iran winning the individual men's gold. In fact, Javed has been in red hot form. He won the gold at the Delhi World Cup also using his Steyr. So Steyr shooters clearly on a roll. Let's see if some of these shooters can also be at the top spot of the podium in Tokyo, Margaret.
I'm sure. I'm really sure that a Steyr pistol will be, or not only one, a lot of Steyr pistols will be shooters with a Steyr pistol. So, to be correct, will be in the final in Tokyo for sure. You will see it.
And talking a lot about the Steyr pistols, we now take a short commercial break. Please don't go away. We'll be back soon.
New from Miton, Lana, the lane allocation software for shooting ranges. Miton makes it possible to allocate electronic shooting lanes without additional staff at the main computer. With immediate effect, shooters can now choose their own lane, even using their own smartphone. Lana is accessed via a web browser and the shooter is then searched in the Miton database. The shooter selects the desired shooting program and shooting lane. This can be done either by directly entering the name, the sports ID registration number, or by using the barcode of the starter card or the sports ID card. This means an enormous workload relief of the shooting lane staff during lane allocation. All data are queried by Lana live from the Miton server, so the shooter always receives live information about free lanes and his personal club account. Lana is the complete solution in combination with the program price shooting and results. Simple operating concept, intelligent starter selection, always up-to-date information. Miton. Precise, flexible, unique.
And we are back, Margit. How's the progress of Sylvia?
At the moment, I cannot see very clear, but I see that the group of the tens is very close together. Sometimes a 9, but not so often. So it looks she's in a good way. And you see, she is fast. She's always fast, but that's her style. She's always doing it on the same way, most of the time very fast. And another 10.
Julia looking very stable. Looks back. Not very happy with that shot, making slight adjustments to her pistol.
The coach taking pictures.
Margit, do you think is that some kind of a powder she's rubbing on her hand for a better grip?
Yes, for sweating. It look. She had a lot of windows in the shooting range that we can see here, so it looks like it's very hot there. So it will be powder. Yes, and this is okay. She can use it, or maybe some gel that she will not sweat. It could also be. You know, for pistol shooter, it's very important that the pistol grip is like a part of her hand. It's very, very important.
That
Look here, a
looks
very
like a high
nice
10,
10.
Margaret. Very nice
Yes.
shot by Julia.
Very nice 10. Look, always she's adjusting her fingers in the grip. Always that she's very strong in, let me say strong.
Alexis Lagan of USA. A 10.3, a 10.1, and a 10.0 in the last three shots for Alexis. Margit, now a 10.5.
Yes, at the moment 87 points, but she need one shot more for the second series. She start with 93. I think that's really not her best, so the performance from Alexis, but with maybe with a 97 now, she will do a good job.
Yes, Margaret, and still a long way to go. Remember, it's a 60-shot qualification match, 6 series of 10 shots each. Alexis did not have a very great start, but she did very well in the second series, Margaret.
Maybe she was a little bit nervous when she started. It's the first time she never have done an online competition with us, and it was her first time, so it could be that she was a little bit nervous on the beginning. But now she's coming back to find her way. So where is she? Okay.
A 10. It'll be a 97 in the second series. All she needs is a 10 on the 20th shot.
She was loading and she make a short break, but now I think she will come up now. She will come up now and give us the 20 shot. Yeah.
A
Yes, and it is
10.4.
10. Yes.
Great shooting by the American Olympic bound shooter. Alexis registers a 97 in the second series.
Maybe we can see Diego's target a little bit more. Can you give it on the screen, please, Shimon? From Diego, from Spain. Yeah. So, oh no, it's a little bit too small.
That's a 9 on the last attempt, Margaret, for
Yeah.
Diego.
He had now 27 shots. And if we see here on the screen, 2 times a 10 in the last 6 shots, 2 times a 10, and 4 times a 9. Yeah. Okay. So
Margaret, what do you think will be the highest qualification score of the day? Let's also put this question out for the viewers watching this live on the Facebook and YouTube channel of Indian Shooting. Dear viewers, send in your answers. What will be the highest qualification score? Remember, in the first detail, Rico of Indonesia, the leading shooter of Indonesia, registered 571. That's the highest till now, with 4 top women shooters of the world shooting in this detail, including 3 Olympic bound shooters and 1 World Cup bronze medalist from Croatia shooting all together in this detail. Tell us, according to you, what will be the highest qualification score? There is the question for you to answer. Margaret, what do you think?
what I have seen now is it will be 580. Yes, I think it will be 580, the highest score.
Margaret, you have to put 580 in the live Facebook chat so that we have it on record.
Okay.
If you can go to the live stream of Facebook and just write 580.
Yeah, I do.
And Abhinav, if you're watching, what's the highest qualification score? What do you think will be the highest qualification score? Let's see who gets this right. For all those watching this live, what will be the highest qualification score today? Margit Melmer, the sport manager, Austrian Shooting Sport Federation, says 580, 580. Can these four top women shooters of the world prove Margit wrong by crossing the 580 mark? A viewer says 578. Shazi says 585. And there we have Margit Melmer's guess of 580. And dear viewers, remember, I say 582. 582 from Shimon. That's me. I say 582. Let me also try and put this on the live stream of Facebook. Manfred, what do you say? What will be the highest score? You have to put it on Facebook.
I think she won. I don't know. I think 570.
No, we have 71 still. It's
so-
the high
oh,
score.
oh.
Not the high score, the highest.
Yeah. I don't know.
You must
Well, we have these Olympic bound shooters who shoot, Sylvia from Austria just shot 580, 580 at the World Cup qualification. So you could guess around that. What do you say? How much will be the score? The highest qualification score? Margaret, ask him.
Also, was glaubst
Ja,
du? Ja, so, du könntest 79 sagen, gell?
79 möglich, ja.
And John
Okay.
Richards, yeah,
579.
579. You have to put it on the Facebook live stream.
Okay.
Okay. We do it.
John, because everyone changes after that, so we need it on
Okay.
record. John Richard says 584. So we have a 578, 585, 580, 584 by John Richards. I say 582. Two back-to-back nines, 9.4 and a 9.2 on the 21st and 22nd shot for the US Olympic bound Alexis Lagan. That's my guess. There on your screen, 582. And Manfred says 579. Dear viewers, once again, what will be the highest qualification score of the day? Please put in your answers in the comments. Wherever you are watching this, on our Facebook or YouTube, just put in the score what you feel will be the highest. You never know. The right answer might get a surprise gift. Those four shooters from Armenia, led by their Olympic bound shooter Elmira. The shooters from Israel taking a short break. Pelik Bental and Nitzan Korem of Israel. The national squad of Indonesia, 7 best shooters of Indonesia participating in the Iosc. I'm sure we will see a few names from this list making it to the finals. Nine 9.4, 9.2, 10.1, 9.8, and a 9.9 for Alexis Slagan. And Abhinav says 580, answering the question what will be the highest score of the day. It's 580 according to Abhinav. And there we have someone rooting for the American guy with the German name, says Cheryl Parker. There you go, Cheryl Parker. That's the American guy with the German name for whom you're rooting. A world-class qualification match between four of the best women shooters from around the world, including 3 Olympic quota winners and 1 World Cup bronze medalist from the recent World Cup at Osijek in Croatia. Just to once again remind our viewers, on your screen, the shooter, Yulia of Ukraine. She'd won a bronze last week at the ISSF World Cup in Osijek, Croatia. She's also competed in the Iosc held earlier. Let's see if she can repeat her medal-winning performance in the Iosc, which is equally challenging, just like the ISSF World Cup. That was a very strong performance by Yulia last week to win that World Cup bronze, beating some of the best in the business, including Olympic champions, world champions.
And her qualification score for the final was 575 last week for the 10-meter air pistol woman final in the ISSF World Cup in Osijek in
Right.
Croatia. 575.
Right, Margaret? Let's see if she can cross that 575 mark this time. And also in the finals, along with Yulia in the World Cup, was this shooter, Sylvia Steiner of Austria. Sylvia, at one point in the finals, Margaret, it looked like Sylvia will definitely make it to the podium. She was leading after the first set of 5 shots, but then eventually slipped down and finished 6th.
Yes, she had a very great qualification round with 580 points. Silvia was on the second place. But you know, in the final, we start with 0 again. And yes, the 5 shots, like you told us, the 5 shots was really great. But then she go back. But it doesn't matter. I think each final, every final that the shooter can take part makes them stronger and stronger. I think, yes, everyone is happy when he go out with a medal, but the experience that the shooter can get to be in a final is never can give this away. That will happen for a very, very long time in his mind. So Silvia
25
finished.
Olympic 25 Olympic medals for Steyr shooters till now, Margaret. And that number could definitely go up once we are through with the Tokyo Olympics, with these some of the best shooters in the world using the Steyr pistol, including Sylvia Steiner, who's I think finished her qualification, Margaret.
Yeah, she will show us her print. I will ask her. Yes.
That's the
Oh,
target screen.
yes. And so here,
96, 97, 96, 97, and a 97. Margaret?
96, 96, 3 times 97, but we missed the 6th series. Yes, Silvia, zeigst uns den Ausdruck? Oder Franz, bitte? Ein bisschen näher noch, näher zur Kamera.
579. 579, 96, 96, 97, 97, 97, and a 96. Fantastic performance.
Great.
Just a point less
Great.
than what Sylvia had shot at the ISSF World Cup very recently. A 579 for the Austrian Olympic bound shooter. Fantastic performance. Margaret, how do you rate this performance?
Oh, great, great, great series. 96, 96, 3 times 97, 3 times 96. That's really great. That's a great score. Gratuliere, Silvia. Gratulation. Super. Super. I think she can really be happy with this score. It's a great score. Yes, we'll see what the other ladies are doing, but it looks like at the moment that Silver is in the final with this great score, for sure. Yes.
Sylvia Steiner of Austria leading the qualification with a score of 579. Remember, she had registered 580, which was the second highest qualification of the World Cup, which concluded very recently. And now a 579 today, using her world-class Steyr pistol. Sylvia, are you happy with that qualification score? We'll have a quick chat. The match is still on, and then we will again come back to you for a
Yes,
longer
I
chat,
am.
Sylvia. Excellent.
I am
Great
happy.
shooting. Good shooting, Sylvia. We'll talk about this more in
Thank
detail
you.
after the match is over for everyone. And till then, you can take some rest, but just stay logged in so that we can have a chat with you about your result.
Okay, no problem.
.566 for Timothy. The American with a German name shoots .566. Maybe the shooters can also put their scores in the chat as a standby. About 22 shots more to go for the American shooter. Looks like two of the shooters from Armenia also finished their match. We will just check their results after their complete team is through. Margaret, if you could explain and analyze Sylvia's performance, 579 for her, if you could talk about it.
Yes, it was a very, very stable, very constant with 3 times 96 and 3 times 97 and a great score. At the moment, she is in leading position with 579 points and 23 inner tens. So that's also very nearly the half of the shots are in the center. Very, very good score with 579 points. Okay, we can see here Shai showed that one have to score, but we are not sure if it's the high score, 579, because if we saw the target from Julia, it was also very, very high. Yeah.
And we have some of the results coming in from Armenia, Elmira, the Olympic bound shooter registering a 557. 557 for that Olympic shooter from Armenia, Elmira, and Levon a 559. Timothy of USA 566.
Oh, it looks like that the lady from Israel, she's also finished. She has finished. From Israel, this lady.
Israel
Yes.
shooting team, can we have a closer look at the screens? Our jury wants to check your results. Shooters
Okay.
from Israel shooting on the Myton target, registering 557. And 545. 545 for Nitsan.
For our defense, there is no air conditioning in here, and it's like 30 degrees. more than 30 degrees.
But at least, unlike the rifle shooters, the pistol shooters don't need to wear a specialized gear. So I think you could still,
Thank God for that.
you're still in a better position than the rifle shooters.
Yes.
Okay, that would be nice. Can I have the inner tens from the lady from Israel, please? Because we have two shooters with 557, please.
No, 557. It's not the female.
It's not. Okay,
No.
sorry.
545. It's the female, and 557. It's me. It's the
Yes, and can I have the inner tens for the score of 557, please?
yes for Peleg.
Yes, Billy. Okay.
Check on the main computer.
du 5? Also ist gleich 5. Ah, okay.
Mm.
The Lexus Flagon of USA
Shimon, I will send you the inner
taking her
checks
time.
in the WhatsApp, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
A 9 this time for the American shooter. 12 more shots to go.
Yes,
For
she needs
Alexis
12 more
Dragon.
shots, and we have now 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes is the rest of the competition time.
15 minutes to take 12 shots for Alexis Lagan, as confirmed by our jury, Margit Melmer. That's a lot of time, Margit. 15 minutes, a lot of time.
Yes, it's enough. It's really enough time.
Alexis has made good use of the time allotted for the qualification.
Yeah.
A very important thing to do. Time management for shooters is a very important thing. I've seen some shooters finishing off their match very early, and some of them going to that last 10 seconds, Margaret, which is not a very good thing to do.
No,
I
because you're
would say,
always in hurry. Yeah. You're
yeah.
always in hurry when you can see, when you hear 5 minutes, it's unbelievable, and you have 5 shots, you're really stressed. Yeah.
But Margaret, in my last 25 years of association with shooting sport, I've also seen some shooters when they have to shoot a lot of shots in the last 5 minutes. They don't think and they just keep hitting a lot of tens that time. So it
Yes.
also becomes, good for them. They just, load and shoot and it's a high 10. So it also works for some people to, shoot like that.
Yeah.
Because you've probably just trying to finish the match, you're not thinking too much of so many techniques, you're just loading, aligning the sight and shoot, and there you have a 10 and 10 and 10. So I've seen that happening.
Yes, I believe. And now Alexis, she had the 5th series is over. She had 95 now. The last shot was a 10.5, 95 in the 5th series.
Yes, Margaret, one last series for her, after which we will have her total score of 60 shots. Let's see if the American shooter will be in the final, to be held tomorrow at 7 p.m. India time. For all those watching this live right now, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the great finals at 7 p.m. India time, live on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel of Indian Shooting. It's going to be a very thrilling final, a fight between some of the best shooters, women shooters of the world. And I'm sure there will be enough men to give them competition. Sylvia Steiner, sure to make it to the final to be held tomorrow. Rico of Indonesia with 571, also in with a good chance to make it top 8. Unfortunately, Elmira, an Olympic-bound shooter from Romania, did not register a very impressive score, Margit. Elmira is most probably will not
Elmira?
take the cut for the final.
No, 575 points at the moment. No, Elmira was, she finished with this score. Yes, but we don't know what the people from Indonesia, you know, there is a big group, 10 people was there fighting to come to the final. So, and like we heard before from Juni that they are all top shooters in Indonesia. So we'll see what they can show us today.
And we have a new leader from Romania, Margit. Norayer started with a 99, 97, 94, 98, and a 97 and a 96 to register 581. Let's have a look at that target and verify the score, Margit.
Okay.
Anihat nós.
There you see the results of Norayer 581, the highest till now. Margit, can you verify this?
No, I cannot see it at the moment because I see only 41 shots. I cannot see this. I need a little bit more.
Story. Yes, we are doing.
Thanks.
581. Fantastic performance by this shooter from Armenia.
So.
Super.
Okay, that's all.
581, that's perfect. And the inner tens we have. Can you see on this screen the inner tens? I'm not sure.
I sent inner tens. It's 23. It's not showing here.
Okay. It's okay. Thanks for this information.
So we have a new leader in the qualification, 581. Sylvia Steiner moves to the second place now with 579. Fantastic performance by the shooter from Armenia. Norayer sure to make it to the final, which will be held tomorrow. Margit, did anyone guess 581? Or am I the closest? Manfred had said 579. That's what Sylvia shot. I said 582. Then John Richards had said 584. So we already have a 581.
If I watch on the screen sometimes between, it really looks that she will be very, very high, the score.
Alexis Lagan of USA shoots 9.8 and a 9.8 on her last two shots, shot number 55 and 56. 4 more shots to go for her, after which we will have her total if she can shoot. The next 4 shots on a 10, it will be a 571. Margaret, oh, that's a 10.4 on the 57th attempt. Just needs 3 more tens to match up Rico's score from the first detail. Margaret, come on, let's guess.
570 will be the end score from Alexis.
570 says Margaret. Viewers, what do you think? Will this American athlete finally register? The US Olympic bound shooter Alexis Lagan, just 3 shots away. Another 10.3. I say a 571 with the last 2 shots hitting a 10. Margaret says 570, which means 1 shot on 9 and 1 shot on 10, or maybe 1-8 and 10.
No.
Right, Margaret? No.
No. 1-9 and
1-9
1-10.
and 1-10. 1-9 and 1-10. I say two more tens and it'll be 571. Abhinav, what do you say? How much will Alexis shoot? Finally, Shazad, Manfred. Dear viewers, what do you think? How much will Alexis shoot? She's just 2 shots away. Margaret says it'll be 570. That's 8.9. Pressure clearly getting to her. Margaret, you could also be wrong.
Yes, now I'm
you
wrong
will be
now. I'm wrong. Because I have seen only 1-8 in the whole game, in the whole qualification. Only 1 times a 8, and now, okay, I am wrong.
Maybe a 569 now for this American shooter. Taking aim for a last shot. A 10.3 finishes off with 569. Lost some valuable points on that 59th shot. Could have been a 571, but eventually she manages a 569 with 13 inner tens.
But it doesn't matter at the moment. It looks like that we will see her again in the final tomorrow. At the moment, she's on position number 4. At the moment.
Currently
So
at the
we had
4th
3
position.
minutes more before the end. Shimon, 3 minutes to go before the end of the competition.
Thanks for reminding this, Margaret. Let me just play one commercial before
Please.
the end of 3 minutes.
Myton ESTA 5, intelligent software for shooters. ESTA 5 makes it easy and comfortable. With a PC, notebook, tablet or smartphone, the results are displayed directly in the browser. You can choose the display device and therefore also the display size and the type of operation of your Blackmagic measuring frame yourself. The comfortable operation is possible via touchscreen or Bluetooth control panel. Simply determine the light brightness, light color and the target image from the firing point. The shooting on the other stands is no longer disturbed. On the dynamic display in the browser we use the latest web technologies. All important information such as the competition time or series results are displayed clearly on screen. Sport shooters can also display the hit center, the hit circle or detailed hit statistics. New, innovative presentation of results now on mobile devices. Cost-effective, flexible, simple. ESTA 5 can be fully integrated to existing Myton Shootmaster systems. Myton, your partner for the shooting sport.
Shooting expert from Indonesia will just update us. Uni, If you can update us with the results. We have some results, Margaret. We have some very good scores. Vera shoots 570 with 9 inner tens. Uni, we can't hear you. Not very clear.
Just last shot for Julia.
Can we have a look at the scoreboard?
Yeah, okay.
There you see the results of the 7 shooters participating from Indonesia. 570 being the top score till now among the Indonesian shooters. Two at 560. We also see a 565, 563 for Yasmin. Eva shoots 560, Kresna 565.
So that
Those
was
were the
the
results. Margit,
Shimon, the time is over.
okay. The time is over as confirmed by our jury.
Stop.
Please, can we have the score from Julia from the Ukraine? Please, would you be so kind? I need the score. Ah, from Julia.
And
Okay,
while our jury,
571. I see it. Thank you, Julia.
and while our jury is trying to organize all the scores, we will speak to some of the shooters who did very well. Starting with Sylvia Steiner of Austria. Sylvia, how do you rate your performance in the qualification? 579. Sylvia, very impressive. Just a
Thank you very much.
Just a point less than what you registered last week at Croatia. Sylvia, how do you rate your performance in the qualification?
Oh, thank you, Shimon. I'm very happy with my performance today.
And Sylvia, also tell us a little bit about the finals, your experience in the finals at the World Cup last week. At one point, I keep repeating, at one point, when I was watching it live, I was very sure that Sylvia will land up on the podium. You were leading after the first 5 shots. You looked very strong, very confident, but what went wrong? Why did you slip down? And eventually, you finished 6th.
Well, I had some very low 9s, and then you're going down in the scoreboard very fast.
Indeed, Sylvia, shooting is a very slippery sport. You could be leading at one point in the finals and suddenly you were off and eliminated. But
Yes,
Sylvia,
unfortunately.
yeah, but Sylvia, it's all about nerves and
Yes.
every day is a new day. Tomorrow we'll see you in the finals. You are sure to make the cut for the finals. And we will once again speak to you after the finals tomorrow. Thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia
Thank
Steiner,
you
an
too.
Olympic-bound shooter who shoots with her Steyr air pistol, has made it to the finals with the second best qualification score of 579. We will see Sylvia Steiner in action tomorrow. And if you want to watch her, stay tuned to indianshooting.com, Facebook, and YouTube at 7 p.m. India time. Sylvia Steiner will be in the finals against some of the other leading shooters who have made it to the finals. We also have Julia's score. the bronze medalist at the recently held ISSF World Cup, has shot 571 with 22 inner tens.
Yes, quite right.
Remember,
Correct.
Julia had registered 575 at the World Cup. Can we speak to Julia or the coach and to analyze her performance in the qualification?
Yes, of course. He will say some words.
Hello.
Hello, Julia. First of all, Julia, many congratulations on winning the World Cup bronze last week. You were just brilliant in the finals, beating some of the best shooters in the world to claim that bronze. Many congratulations, Julia, for that. And now, how do you? Thank you, Julia. And now, how do you rate your performance in today's qualification? A bit low than what you'd shot at the World Cup?
I think I was tired after the World Cup. That's why my results now is lower than at the World Cup.
Yes, Julia, and how is it also a little different, shooting a qualification in an ISSF competition? Is it different from shooting a qualification? Because here we also talk about, even in the qualification stage, we talk, does it put some pressure on you, or is it different?
Yes, I just really nervous during my competition, because you are talking about the scores of this competition, and it's a little bit more pressure than at World Cup.
So you mean to say this is more challenging than the World Cup qualification?
I think yes. For me, yes, because I have more pressure, and I have tired before the World Cup, and that's why for me it's big pressure.
And Margaret, do you want to say anything to Julia?
Yes, congratulations for the medal of the World Cup, really. And it doesn't matter that the qualification today was not the best. I think tomorrow is important. Today was only, let me see, a warm up. It doesn't matter what was today. The big thing is that you're coming to the final, and tomorrow is the next day, is a new day. And yes, good luck for tomorrow. Good luck. Make the same like on the World Cup. Then it will run.
Thank you for your congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we'll chat with the American shooter Alexis Lagan, the Olympic-bound shooter for USA. Hi, Alexis.
Нормально.
How do you rate your performance, Alexis? A 569 by you today in the qualification. How do you rate your performance? What do you have to say?
It was a little low for me, but right now I'm in a recovery process. I broke my ankle a few weeks ago, and it's been kind of difficult managing that. Between that and, this is very challenging. I definitely agree with Julia. Hearing you guys talk about the scores behind you, it definitely creates a different atmosphere.
Yes, Alexis, and I'm sorry we played that little guessing game towards the end of your qualification, towards the last 3 or 4 shots. Did that put some extra pressure on you? Because I saw you hitting an 8 in the second last shot.
I heard you guys talking a little bit about it, but I pretended you were somebody else, so that didn't bother me too much. I was just I was getting a little tired, as I said, like managing some of the pain and everything throughout this competition has been a little difficult. So that was more where my mind was, not so much on you guys.
That's the best thing for a shooter to do, is to trick the mind. Not a very easy task to do, but that's the best thing to do. Alexis, we you might be in the finals. Our jury is going to confirm this in some time with 569. Margaret, what do you have to say? Do you want to talk to Alexis? You want to say anything to her?
Yes,
She's going
also
for the Tokyo
congratulations from
Olympics.
my side. Congratulations. And I like the range. The last time when we saw the rifle shooters, and now I see you with the flag and the US shooting banner. It's really nice. Thanks to all your team. I think that not you're alone to prepare this so nice. So thanks from my side to all your team, because this is shown on the whole world, really. And a lot of people are watching now around the world and also, this is US shooting, and this, thank you for this presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Alexis, is your coach, Jason, also there?
Yes. Yep. My coach and our range manager. Yep. Everybody's here. Here, I think he's coming around right now.
We'd love to take his reaction also.
Hi.
Hi, Coach.
Hello.
Coach, what's your initial reaction on Alexis' performance today?
I was happy with how she pushed through after the start. I have a few things to work on in training after we're done the rest of this week. So to be ready for Tokyo.
You think that this was a good training for Alexis before Tokyo?
I'm sorry, I missed the first part.
Do you think this was good training for her?
Good train, of course. Oh, yes. Anytime we can get, because through COVID, matches have been few and far between. So anytime you can up the pressure and perform through that and get a feel for how it's going to be, it's always a good thing.
Margaret, do you have any question for the coach?
No, thanks.
And coach, Alexis was just telling us about the injury which she's coping up with. Is this some kind of do you see that as a problem going into the Olympics for her, or will she recover in time?
No, we'll be recovered. Yep, we'll be recovered in time. Thankfully, we caught it early enough, so we're going through therapy right now and all that. So she should be ready. She will She will be ready to go.
And coach, once again, this question for you. We speak a lot about the results during the qualification. Do you think that puts extra pressure on the shooters? We also played a little guessing game for when when Alexis was towards her end of the qualification. So do you think it affected her and she registered that 8 on that second last attempt?
Maybe a little bit, but like she said, you gotta work through that and deal with your own mental game. So but I do believe too, hearing all the comments and stuff in the background throughout the whole match is puts added pressure, but it also is beneficial to the shooters because they can learn to, find different coping mechanisms to deal with that.
Right, coach. Thank you so much. We hope to see you in the finals tomorrow with your shooter. Right, Alexis? Thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the pistol coach of the US shooting team. And now, Margaret, do you want to speak to Sylvia and analyze her performance more in detail?
Ja, Silvia, herzlichen Glückwunsch nochmal zum tollen Ergebnis. Das ist ganz, ganz super.
Danke.
We seem to have lost Margaret, but we'll just try and connect with her again. Sylvia, is that the main shooting range from where you're shooting today? That looks like a big shooting range.
Yes, this is our training center. And this week we are here with our military team. And most of the time I'm here for training because we can do 25-meter pistol too. And so we use it very often.
Can we have a look at that beautiful facility? Looks like a nice shooting range from here. Margit would know more about this shooting facility. What kind
Yes.
of...
We have there 35 lines with Miton targets on this range and full electronic targets always. And we also can, if you see on the end of the range, we also can have 9 lines on 50 meter. And Silvia also can practice their 25-meter pistol. She can go forward and she can go there and make the training also for the 25-meter pistol. So it's a perfect range really to prepare a shooter for the games. It's really perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Margit.
And it's the only one in Austria. I must tell, it's the only one in Austria where we can do this. So really.
I'm very glad about this.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks to your father and all around persons that helping to build this, to prepare this, to to organize all these things. Yes.
Yes. Big thanks.
Margit, we had lost the connection when you were trying to chat with Sylvia and about her competition today.
Yeah. What would I like to ask is tomorrow, because I think Sylvia is a little bit in hurry because tomorrow you can do the final, but the day after the final you have to go to Vienna and you can get all your dress for the Olympic Games. I'm right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes, you have to stay for 2 days in Vienna. So Shimon, the time schedule was perfect for Sylvia.
Yes, it
because
was.
Otherwise she cannot take part and cannot go to the final because she really hurry to go to Vienna and take her ticket for the games.
You're right, yes.
Yes, Margit, I could figure that out. That's why I came up with these dates because, after this, it's very, very close to the Olympics. So this is like one last final preparation for some of the Olympic-bound shooters who have made it to the finals tomorrow. So please come back tomorrow to the Facebook page and YouTube channel of Indian Shooting, 7 p.m. India time. Sylvia Steiner in the finals, along with some other top shooters. We will get a confirmation very soon from our scorekeepers. Till then, and only till then, goodbye.